Good day, everyone. This is Patrick from EasyFX Code Trading System, and this is Saturday, 21st of August, 2021. And this is the weekly technical analysis for spot gold and dollar yen for the 4th week of August. Let's begin with spot gold. And look at this cluster of very tight consolidation for last week. And so for gold, that's very unusual. That's only a 200 pip range compared to the previous week and the week before that as well, where there was a massive drop and then a recovery. But now there's an ominous sign for this consolidation. So this was the you can actually identify this as potential resistance. We'll leave this as for now. So since it's unable to climb up higher and consolidating in this zone, it could be a possible pullback lower, a retracement lower, back down to the support zone here at the 21 fib, 1762, or even lower if it does break through that, and there is key round figure at 1750. Okay, let's leave this for now as well. So let's mark this 1750 zone, which is also close to last week's weekly pivot. Never dipped down towards it at all, but this week we'll see if there's a chance where it's going to pull back lower into this zone. Okay, just to counter check, we'll see if we dip lower. This is at the 38 fib retracement, and then further down at the 50 fib retracement is at 1739. So that's going to be a more major retracement. But 1752, along with this 1750 round figure, that's a possible zone of support. So let's mark this instead. But for now, let's leave this fib as it is until it starts to dip lower. So it's at the moment it's holding above the 62 fib retracement. So it could dip down lower into this zone between the longer term 21 fib and the 50 fib retracement area. All right, so we'll see how it goes for next week with a lot of US news, flash PMIs on Monday, core durable goods orders and the prelim GDP, but and then also the PC index on Friday. But the key one will be the Jackson Hole Symposium, where the Fed Chair Powell is scheduled to make a speech as well. There shouldn't be anything new since the Fed has already released their meeting minutes on last Wednesday. And it didn't it didn't impact the spot gold at least, but it did trigger a boost from the US dollar index, which we'll see in a moment. But for now, yeah, this we can actually mark this as a consolidation box here. And there's a lot of resistance up ahead with the 786 right next to the 1800 level, as well as the 200 EMA right next to the monthly pivot. So a lot of headwind, but below there's a room before it hits support. So there's a potential break of this consolidation box here into the support zone. We'll see how far it goes before it consolidates again. All right, let's take a look at the US dollar index. Where on Tuesday, there was a big drive up, and which pulled the major currencies down, the euro, the cable, and Aussie dollar, if you check my other videos. So Tuesday, even though with poor US retail sales figures, it still drove up higher and eventually broke through the resistance after the release of the FOMC meeting minutes on Wednesday. And there was a slight gap up on Thursday here, and drove through eventually this resistance zone. And I did have the bullish continuation move. I've changed it to a reversal move here, and potential 138 fib extension is at 94.96, close to 95. But before that, there is this 94.10 level, which is actually where the weekly 200 EMA is currently sitting at the moment. And potentially there's this zone of resistance up ahead, along with this trend line at 94.50 area. It's a previous swing low. So 94.10 to 94.50, there's a very strong resistance zone, which could impede the progress of the US dollar here, and potentially move into a consolidation phase until further trigger. Let's go back to the daily time frame. And on Friday, it's already started to pull back, and this could consolidate for next week. All right. So let's see how it goes for next week here on the US dollar, because spot gold has yet to react. Let's take a look at the dollar yen. And finding support of the 62 fib retracement, we managed to climb up on the Tuesday, followed through until it hit the monthly pivot just above the 110 resistance zone. So last week there was a very strong resistance zone here with the weekly pivot, 110, the 38 fib retracement, and also the monthly pivot. So this was a very strong area of resistance. And so for the week, it basically just consolidated, finding support from the 62 fib and climb up into the 38 fib area. Now it has pulled back to close below the daily 55 EMA. Still finding support from the 50 fib though. So could consolidate in the higher range and potentially break out higher. But let's see whether it can find some trigger to do that from these set of news coming up next week. Otherwise, it's set for further consolidation, but now the 50 fib is going to provide significant support after climbing back up above it. Let's extend this area here. Okay, let's also take a look at the weekly time frame. And yeah, it's restricted by the monthly pivot above. Okay, so do check out my other videos on the other major pairs, the Euro, Cable, and the Aussie dollar. Have a good trading week and have a safe week as well. And cheers for now.